Tim with Tech Support. We're going to talk today about the Aim Cinema and the Aim LCR line. See, we have the Aim Cinema speakers here. We have the Aim Dipole speaker. We have our Aim LCR speaker, and our little friend right here, the Aim LCR 3 speaker. So the first speaker we're going to talk about is our Aim Cinema speaker. This is the 1 series speaker that we have here, and all the speakers are timber mesh, so 1, 3s, and 5s. If you notice, we do have 4 drivers here. The top 2 are 5 1/4 inch drivers, and the bottom 2 are 6 inch drivers. Now on the 1 series speaker, we have bass switching. And that's the only type of switching you do have on the 1 series. If you step it up to a 3 or 5, you are going to have treble and mid-range switching. Another thing on these speakers is the top 2 woofers, the 5 1/4 inch woofers, do have a pivoting bevel. So if you're using these for a left or right application, you can pivot these towards the listening area. Another feature on here is you also have the pivoting tweeters. So for the same scenario, you can pivot the audio towards the listening area. Really cool feature about the Aim Cinema speakers is the bi-amplification feature. If you notice here on the dedicated low drivers, we have inputs here, which are for using its alternative amplifier for bi-amping, for getting a little bit more power. So if you need a little extra low in the application, go ahead and take advantage of the bi-amplification feature. Okay, so let's talk about our Aim Cinema Dipole speaker. This speaker comes in the 1, 3, and 5 models, so you can definitely timber match this with the rest of your cinema application. The first obvious thing you're going to notice about the speaker is the way the woofer and tweeters are positioned. You got a woofer and a tweeter firing this direction, and you also have a woofer tweeter firing in that direction. This particular setup is going to really enhance some of the modes that we have available on the speaker, the bipole mode, the dipole mode, and the QFX mode. So a question, why use this speaker over an Aim 7 MT or an MT6 or an MT8? Let's talk about some of the features of how this can enhance your listening area. Maybe it will work for one of your applications. So the first mode we want to talk about is going to be the bipole mode. What this mode does is actually creates a really diffused listening area. The woofer and tweeters are all working in sync and in phase of each other, and they're all working together, pushing the sound around the listener rather than directly at the listener. Really awesome for surround sound settings where you want to be in the middle of the movie. This is really going to create that. Now if we change it to a dipole mode, the dipole mode is actually enhancing it a little more. It's giving us more of a diffuse sound and really broadening the listening area. So again, it's really enhancing the environment that you're hearing the audio coming from, whether it's music or movies or what have you. It's really going to enhance the atmosphere. Now the last mode we have is the QFX mode. This mode is giving us the best of both worlds, the bipole, dipole, and actually giving us a lot more low end. So try it out in your application, see if you like the way that sounds. Okay, so now let's talk about our Aim LCR speaker. Now the Aim LCR speaker comes in 3 models. It comes in a 1, 3, and the 5 models. Now all 3 models offer the ability to pivot the woofer and the tweeter independently of each other. And the 3 and the 5 models come with a bass and treble adjustment switch. Now one thing about the speaker that you're going to notice is the 2 woofers and the single tweeter there in the middle. Now the important thing about this design is it's on axis. So whether this is being used as a center channel or a left channel or a right channel, the audio dispersion is going to be equally between the woofers and the tweeters, giving you a nice audio output depending on what channel you're really going to use the speaker as. Now the speaker will fit in your standard sub bed. So typically any application, you can work this speaker in. This can be used as like I said, the front, left, center, or right. It can be used as your rear channels, virtually anything. This is a really awesome speaker, and I definitely recommend if you haven't tried it, go check one out, install it. Okay, so we just talked about the Aim LCR speaker. Let's go ahead and talk about the Aim LCR's little brother, the Aim LCR 3. Now, just like the Aim LCR, this offers a pivoting baffle and a pivoting tweeter, which pivot independently of each other. Now, the speaker comes in a 1, 3, and 5, with the 3 and 5 models offering a treble adjustment switch right up here up top. Now, the first intimidating thing about the speaker, I guess, would be the size. I don't want anybody to get fooled by the size. There's a lot of really cool applications that this speaker can be used in, so let's definitely go ahead and talk about some of those applications. Typically people would use this in an office, an LCR around the monitor, or maybe a master bathroom where you got that flat screen on the wall, you got these little LCRs right around that, and you got your 2 channels right in the rear. That would be an awesome application. A lot of people use these in kids' rooms, right around their TV, or even areas where there's size limitation. If you need to install a speaker into a soffit and your typical in-ceiling or in-wall speaker won't fit, this is going to be the speaker for you. It doesn't take up that much room. See the depth on it. Cutout is pretty small. Definitely use your imagination. This can be used in a lot of really cool applications.
All right, everybody, that wraps it up for talking about the Aim Cinema line. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at techtips@speakercraft.com. Have a great day.